I want to ask you about local control here real quickly. This has been something that as Republicans we've been talking about. It's local control, local control, local control. We've got a lot of folks that are suggesting that now the public school curriculum should not include lessons in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Want to focus on other things. I understand that. But we have ESSA, the Elementary Secondary Education Act. We included a number of provisions that were very, very specific in prohibiting any federal employee from mandating, directing, or controlling a state's school districts or schools' instructional content, academic standards and assessments, curricula, or program of instruction. So you may be in a situation where, as secretary, you may not condition the award of a grant on a school agreeing not to teach DEI subjects. You may be in a position where you can't mandate that they teach the principles of the U.S. Constitution. You may be in a position where you are not able to prohibit teachers from discussing LGBTQ issues with students. ESSA is very clear, and again, it was something that we wanted to promote as Republicans with a focus on local control. So how do you balance what you have shared here before the committee with the requirements of the law that says the federal government is not the school board here, if you will, for our nation's schools?
Thank you, Senator. And I believe, I don't remember which of the senators this morning, well, actually, I think it was Senator Scott, who said the Department of Education does not actually educate any child. It is to be handled at the local level. And I understand under ESSA there were lots of regulations put in place to return, and the goal was to return education to the states, which is clearly the president's role. But Senator, I must say, we have failed in our mission. We are not delivering the kind of education that we need to deliver to our children. I believe, as does the president, the best education is closest to the child, that parents and the school officials who understand the needs of those children in those communities can best direct the education of those states, and states will be competitive. Governors have put in programs, for school choice, et cetera, and looking, and what kind of results, are we seeing? I was heartened by the state of Louisiana in the recent NAEP scores that came out, that they had brought up their reading and their math scores by a considerable percentage because they went back to basics. They were teaching children to read and write and do arithmetic. And I think I heard superintendent of the Louisiana school say that he used everything from flashcards to AI to make sure that the students were getting the basics in education. And that's what we have to get back to.